Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Florida State's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
So Stanford's offense has the ball for the first time. To throw on first down. Got his man to the left. At the 45 on his way. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
From the gun. Give on the inside. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Stanford!
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense, because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this could be a scary unit.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Breaks it past the marker. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
The give on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
you definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Works the middle of the field. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get into more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be... in business for the 1st and goal.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
All right, so now... Third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too, getting the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing, if I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out, trying to get in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he puts through the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Dome. Grabbed over the middle, it's Humphries. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Whalen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Whalen. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Here's a heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They booted away on fourth down. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Took care of it himself. Breaks into the open. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, running back gets to give.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Makes the catch! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Knowles!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. From the wideout. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll run it again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll give it to the back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Trying to get it to the marker. They make the stop, but he'll have enough enough yardage for a first down. This has become almost automatic. 4th and 1, go for it. They did, and they got it.
No doubt about it. No discussion. I don't need to consult my offensive coordinator. I don't need to consult my defensive coordinator. We're going for that, and we're going to get it, and we're going to go for it. And if we don't get it, we're going to go for it the next time.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Off the play fake. A strike downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Up now, here's 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Punch it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Release to the back. He caught it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch him off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Pulls it in. It's Jefferson. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Makes the grab. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays, a lot of times they're going to force you to be patient. And when you show them you can do that, it'll pay dividends in the long run.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Going for 6. Touchdown Seminoles. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Westbrook. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Oh, they're after him. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll move the tight end. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
They're dealing with a second and long. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. Snags it inside the 20. He's down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a first down as they try to score one late in the half. Stanford hoping to pay off this red zone opportunity. Looking downfield on first down. Hauls it in. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it. They're on the run. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Going right to work up top. He's going to run it. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Wants to throw on first down. He makes the grab. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pocket breaking down. Makes a man miss. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys. Looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W.
And the Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Second down, he'll throw it. This time on target. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Jefferson. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Noles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. Past the 30. He's loose. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved the touchdown at least for now.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option.
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. From the gun, running back on the move.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete on the right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense
throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Noles. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
We're going to have Nole Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. He's open on the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Power football with the run. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They're setting up the screen. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll go to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
Back to throw, it's Cole. Got his man. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback in the 3rd down situation, knowing exactly where the first down marker was. It wasn't there open to throw the football. He was very smart. He got out, he took off running, knew exactly where he had to get to keep his offense on the field.
They'll move the wide receiver. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Under fire. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida State. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
14.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. To the air on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. To the air, it's Cole. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And I like it. Third down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a first and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, no! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Turns it loose deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it inside the 15. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
63, Stanford.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thompson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Well, it's important this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Looking to pass. It's Cole. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's going to take off. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man, and it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today, and this is a tape that they're going to want to learn and never watch again.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
This time it's complete. They'll make the stop, but that first down off the ice, they should be able to kneel this one out. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the